gon' keep it is real. Say what you want, say what you feel. Ain't nobody really gon' keep it is real like you, like you, like you, like you, like you, like you, like me. Say what you want, say what you feel. Ain't nobody really gon' keep it is real. Faded nature, faded nature. Say what you want, say what you feel. Ain't nobody really gon' keep it is real. Faded nature, faded nature. Say what you want, say what you feel. Ain't nobody really gon' keep it is real.
What's good, what's good, what's good, y'all? Welcome to Drop Your 3 Cent After 40. Yes, after 40.
After 40. What's happening?
Hey, well, we had a real good show last night. It went long, but it was informative. We got some healing out. We got some good conversation out of it. We got some good laughs like we always do, you know. So, hey, we felt up to it. We ain't had nothing to do today. So we were like, you know what? Let's run it back.
No, for sure. For sure. We touched on some heavy stuff last night, man. It was a great conversation.
Great conversation.
Great conversation, man.
Yeah, I love it, man. Because you know, I'm an entertainer, but if we can educate at the same time, we can get some healing, get some different perspective. You know, I'm all for it. So,
most definitely. What's up, Jess? How you feeling, sis?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good.
There you go.
How about
you?
How about you?
Man, I'm surviving the day, man. It was a great day. You know what I mean? It was a great day, man. We had our Planet Cares Foundation walk for single women in shelters with children. So raised some money, you know, got to see the great outdoors at Stone Mountain Park, man, and went to brunch and had a good time, some good fellowship. So it was a good day, man. It was a good day.
Hey, bro, show off the shirt.
Oh, man, yeah. The Planet Cares weekend.
Man.
There's another event tomorrow. They doing a 3-point contest and a free throw contest, but we're not gonna make it. We got something to do with the church, so you know what I mean. We ain't making it to that one, but I kind of wanted to go. I ain't gonna lie,
right? Man,
but obligations, sir, obligations.
Bro, that had me hyped. I'm like, geez, I would have went out there and did the walk with you today, man. Like,
man, it was beautiful. That was actually our first time going inside Stone Mountain Park, man, and it's beautiful up there for real.
Yeah.
Like they got a huge lake, and just the scenery was amazing. You know what I mean? I ain't walk up the mountain because you know I ain't built for that right now. But and it was raining, so it was wet and slippery. I said, yeah, that don't look like a good venture, but you know, we took a couple laps and brought it on in.
Right. Hey, Jamal, what's good with you, man?
Yeah, we definitely taking the kids back up there. Yeah, that's what we were seeing today. Like they got a lot of stuff. They got a dinosaur show they're gonna be doing for the rest of the month. So we'll probably take the kids back up there, man, and let them have a good time. You know what I mean? I got something to do when the boys come out, you know, take them up there on a little hike or something and fishing or whatever. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff to do up there. I ain't know it was that much stuff.
Right.
I thought it was just a mountain, you know. Ain't nobody trying to go to Stone Mountain. They got rides. Yeah, they got everything up there, rides and exhibits and all kind of stuff. Okay, I see y'all.
Yep.
What's up, Jamal? How you doing, brother?
Man, what's good with you, Jamal? Yeah, my pops keep trying to get me to move out there. My pops and my uncle trying to get me to move out to Atlanta, man. And you know, the way these Cali prices are looking, you know what I'm saying? I might have to check up the deuces, but you know, I don't ever want to get caught up in that feeling of, you know, hey, I just want to go to LA to go see a Laker game. You know, this was right down the street. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, you want some good Mexican food like we had today. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to have to go put up like, you know, a bat signal or, you know, trying to find like a treasure map. You go find one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would kind of miss it. You know, because you lived out in LA, you know, it's something different about LA.
Man, It's in the water or something. Even the tortillas don't taste the same. I don't know what they doing to the tortillas, man. Man, we need somebody abuela out here, but I don't know what these young Mexicans doing, but these ain't the same tortillas I'm used to. But
right.
Denisha says she found a place, but she went without me by her lonesome.
So she went without you. I wanted to get your explicit,
I ain't tasted yet. You know what I mean? And she went by herself. You know what I mean? On one of them days she skipped work, she just went out and ate some Mexican food by her lonesome, and then decided to tell me, "No, this was good. It was close." I wouldn't know. You know,
right?
I wouldn't know. I mean, what do you want me to do?
Tanya, what's good with you, Jamal? Jamal says, "I see you got your steps in today."
Hey, yeah. Hey, you know what's funny? Jamal, I went out there and I had my do-rag on, and Denisha was like, "Man, if you don't take that do-rag," they was already talking about you last night, which you was gonna be out here with your do-rag on. Take it off. I said, "Good God!" Like, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? She got on me, so thanks for that, Jamal. Appreciate you.
Right. Alexandria, what's good with you? For those who are tuning in, just coming in, well, welcome to Drop Your 3 Cent After Party. Make sure you hit the like, share button if you're on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe. The numbers were great last night when we got off, and then they continue to shoot up as soon as we got off. So we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Thank you for the support, the everlasting support, y'all. We thank you very, very, very much. So let's just continue it. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, get that onto your feed, invite your people to come on. Oh, yeah. If you want to, what's up, Benny? Salute. If you want to come on the show, if you want to be a guest on the show, I'm going to drop the link on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook.
Yeah. Hey, who else we got? Miss Knight, how you doing?
Yeah, she's out there. She's out there in Georgia too,
Okay. That's what's up. You ever been to Stone Mountain Park, Alexandria? Today was my first time.
I've only seen the mountain. I never really been. I've only seen it.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff up there, bro. I'm talking about they got like a gondola that takes you to the top. That's what we should have did. You know what I'm saying? Jumped on that gondola and walked back down with everybody else. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, they got a lot of stuff going on up there. Oh, she live in Savannah. Yeah, that's way out the way.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. You down by the water.
And so what's it like in Savannah? I've never been to Savannah.
Savannah is nice. I've been to Savannah. Savannah is real nice. It's close to that Cali vibe with a little southern twang on it, man. Savannah is real nice. I like Savannah. Savannah was dope. I actually went down there when I was doing the truck drive, and I went down there and spent the day down there. It was pretty dope. What's
the redneck vibe like?
No, it's not bad. It's a lot of Paula Deans down there. You know what I'm saying? Some cool folk. You know what I mean?
The Paula Deans, the ones who let the N-word fly out from time to time?
Hey, just in the back. You know what I'm saying? Just in the back. They're not up front with it. You know what I mean? They're in the back of the kitchen letting Daquan know he fucked up the chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Greg was good with you.
What's going on, man?
So just to get a quick recap from last night. Last night we touched on I keep having like brain farts, man. But one of the topics that we talked about was, are there more sensitive men, or are there some sensitive men who are more sensitive than women? We talked about, do parents create the people that we despise, whether it be male or female? So that discussion led to a whole wide array of different things that we touched on as far as like parenting and society and mental health. It opened up a good dialogue, that was really, really healthy.
Yeah, it was definitely some great conversation, man. We got into some solutions. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was the important thing. We started discussing some solutions around some everyday topics, and it was great.
Alexander said, Lots of black people. LOL. St. Patrick's Day is big here, but you can walk and drink downtown, which is nice. Put it on your bucket list. Yeah. Because I'm in Atlanta. My pops is in Douglasville, where the Who the F Did I Marry girls from.
Hey, because Douglasville is low key the bougie, middle to upper class folk. You know what I'm saying? That's what Douglasville is.
It's a nice vibe. It's
It's nice.
Good food.
Look, Benny said that's some bitch assness.
What did she say? Some generational bitch assness or
generational, boy? They passed down.
Yeah.
But Douglasville is cool too.
I like Douglasville. Like that's more my speed too.
Yeah.
They have in that mall. They have the African shop. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not sure if it's still there, but like this lady, she's straight from Ghana, so she gets all her stuff imported, whether it's jewelry, clothes, or whatever. So I always definitely make sure I go support every time I touch down.
Oh, they still let you in there? You ain't showing the results yet. Don't worry, I'm gonna go up there and drop your results off. Your picture's gonna be on the front door.
Where your cousins at? Where your people's at?
Hey man, they in Oceanside, Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
did you ever contact Antoine Fisher to let him know?
Hey, you know what I mean?
You're still strong.
I gotta hit him up. You know what I'm saying? And let him know we out here in the 80% club. Hey, Benny retarded.
Right. Hey, so for those that don't know, we did ancestry tests in 23andMe. Our very own Quez found out that he's related to Antoine Fisher. So he was portrayed by Derek Luke that starred Denzel Washington. So what I'm saying, but he's actually related to the actual Antoine Fisher, which if you watch that movie, he was adopted. He didn't know his birth family, or at least his father's birth family, and he found them, through research and actually trying to find his roots. So I kind of find it cool that he actually did an ancestry test, I guess, to find more relatives, and go figure, Quez right here is like a fourth cousin.
Yeah, that's dope, man. I suggest if y'all do have the time to invest in that in the funds, man, because it's actually dope looking through some of that information, man, and trying to trace your lineage as far back as you can. So yeah, it's definitely good, unless you third. You know what I mean?
I'm still, the ill thing about it is, like, I think I've been seeing it pop up a lot more, lately. Why it's important to find your roots. Shout out to my homeboy Doc. He reposted something like where they were saying like why they're trying to keep history from you, from like black people and certain things. Like they was explaining like how like Mansa Musa and his brother and different kings from like Ghana, Mali and whatnot were already coming to the Americas, long before Columbus, and trading their resources with some of the natives, with corn and stuff like that, it was really, really interesting that they try to keep some of that history from us, but they really want to keep you from knowing who you are. And I don't think that they envisioned in their mind when they came out with this ancestry DNA or the 23andMe's that, it would be a tool to help not only like, adopted people, find their actual relatives, but it would actually be a gateway to help, black people discover who they truly and really are. I'm saying? Because they tried to keep us in the dark for so long, but knowledge is power. And once you know who you are, you can walk into that truth, and can't nobody tell you what you are when you already know what you are.
Yeah, there's a great documentary out there about the Olmec civilization, which the Aztecs spoke about, people with Negroid features being in the Americas that didn't look like them. They definitely weren't Aztecs. They were definitely, had African phenotype. I think what's his name? Rowan. I'll find it, but it's a lot of information out there, man, that you have to self-educate, which is sad, but
it is.
When Shanti, cut it out. When you think about the mathematical portion of bringing over 500 million, or 5 million Africans from Africa over the period of slavery and take 3 months to go each way. It just don't make sense, which means some of us was already here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Some of us were already here, and they don't want to tell you that part because, you know what I mean, then you'll be able to say, instead of you telling us to go back to Africa, you need to go back to where you came from, sir. Because we were here.
Right. And think how crazy it is, man. Like, when they brought over, the Africans, whatever, the ones that they did bring over, I mean, they essentially cut them off from knowledge of themselves. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't communicate with amongst each other in their native tongue. You know what I'm saying? They erased essentially everything about them to where it just became lost. And that tradition was not passed down. Like, you would be really, really lucky to have a, I guess, like an ancestral like lineage, like how Kunta Kinte did or Alex Haley did in Roots, where people kept that oral tradition alive from generation to generation to generation to generation. Because if you talk to some people today, it's not really like high on their priority list. They don't give a damn where they come from. I'm from Crenshaw Mafia, you know what I mean? I'm throwing out some, like from Boys in the Hood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they just don't care.
That's true. That's definitely the truth.
And it's just like I said, man, once you start learning, and it was ill because, like I said, once I started finding relatives who I actually share DNA with, who are walking the continent of Africa today, it's like the thought of it, like some of your grandparents or your great-great-great-grandparents are my grandparents or great-great-grandparents. This is where I come from. You know what I'm saying? My DNA still walks this soil, which we were cut off from knowing. So yeah, I encourage you, if you have the funds, if you have the time, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can always catch them on sale. Like around like Mother's Day, Father's Day, St. Patrick's Day. They're big for the holidays. You know what I'm saying? They're big for the holidays. They'll even have like Labor Day still, where you can get like a test for like $49. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really highly encourage you to do so. The sad thing is, like, African ancestry, that's the one, if you want to find your specific roots and your specific lineage in Africa, that's the most highest one. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like it's $2.99, but if you right after tax time, or if you got some extra cheese, it's really worth it just to know, like, you can actually find your people and know what they ate, how they prayed, what their beliefs were, you know what I'm saying, to get in touch with your actual self. You know what I mean? Once you start walking within that knowledge, I mean, we start walking with a little bit more pride of self.
Right. And we are prideful people, so you give us some extra, boy, we gonna run with it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna run with it. You know what I mean? But no, it's definitely dope to, explore that, because the oratory tradition is kind of breaking down, in our time frame. It's kind of hard to find those stories that we used to find from greats. You know what I'm saying? Because they kept it, or they made sure to tell these stories. Now it's kind of like, everybody got a free for all. Like, I got all my problems over here. I don't got time to worry about what great grandma and them was doing. And that's not important because we're in a different generation. All of that stuff is important. You know what I mean? And who don't study their past is doomed to repeat it. So it's definitely important.
Still dropping bars. I ain't dropping bars and mics from last night.
Hey, man. Hey, you know how I am about my people, man. I love my people, man. Even though sometimes y'all don't love me. And it's okay. I'm still fight for y'all. I'm still fight for y'all till y'all get it right. You know what I mean? Well, I'm up out of here. So good stuff. Good stuff. What we jumping into today, though, man? Let's look. We didn't took a wide left turn. It's okay.
Right. Talking about history. I can talk about history and ancestry all day. All day. You know what I'm saying? We're here with bore folks. Hey, dropping bars like Chikd. Let's jump into that real quick.
Hey, facts, Benny, facts.
Because again, we was getting ready to get into. So one of the things we didn't really get a chance to touch on is what qualifies a woman to be considered a good woman. You know what I'm saying? But we only got one woman on the panel right now. You know what I'm saying? So I want to kind of wait for more so we can talk about other stuff. We could talk about that Quiet on the Set documentary, saying that's getting a lot of like talk, y'all were getting into this whole Diddy stuff. We can talk about Diddy and
yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Hey, make sure you drop the link for the Facebook. Oh, I see it. Never mind, I see it.
Yeah.
Okay. I just think you didn't pin it this time. Maybe you gotta go.
I could have sworn I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's just my screen. But yeah, man, y'all jump up here, man. This the after party. It's no holds barred.
It's the after party. It's raw and uncut. You know what I'm saying? You can say whatever it is you feel, whatever it is you want. But yeah, let's jump into this whole K-Dot thing. Let's talk about some hip hop until we get some more women in here, because I watched this whole little thing on YouTube where they were talking about the history of beef between, like, you know, Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, like how they started off as friends and being cool. Yeah. J. Cole used to produce some beats for him and whatnot. They were featuring. They were supposed to do a project together. And then all of a sudden, quietly, it just stopped. And then you just heard about it. It was like one of those, like, you know, legends that was going to happen and just never did. Then finally, this Top Dog, you know, the CEO of Top Dog Entertainment, just completely just said, no, it's not happening. So, you know, I wonder what happened to where it got to the point where they used to be cool to now they're just taking shots and little jabs at each other. It's kind of crazy.
Well, I don't think it's to me, I don't think J. Cole really had took a shot. I think it was more of the fact of, you know, Kendrick was on some, like, you know, I don't fuck with bro. And you over there, you know what I mean? Like, right. We supposed to be cool. And y'all dropping little subliminals, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm Muhammad Ali of the big three. And I think he kind of took that personal, like, bro, hold on now. You know what I'm saying? Time out. Because what I think about Kendrick is a lot of people forget that he's from Compton, you know, because he made To Pimp a Butterfly and Mr. Morale and Big Steppers. And you know, he made some highly conscious music that everybody didn't really get down with, you know, because that's not everybody's lane, which is okay. But right. I think what Kendrick just did was put them on notice, like, yeah, bro, I be over here, you know, trying to do my thing, but I come over here and do what y'all do too, and I do it well. Like, don't get it fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I think what did it though was that control verse, because remember everybody was all clicking up, all these features. He had 5 rappers on one song. Everybody's all friend and kumbaya, and then completely out of left field, you know, Kendrick dropped that control verse where he said, normally I'm trying to be friends with all of you, but now I'm trying to murder all of y'all, make your friends like that, make your fans act like they never heard of y'all jiggers and whatnot. I mean, he really went in. He really, really went in with that control verse. And I mean, it had the whole like music industry on notice on standby, because everybody forgot that it was Big Sean's song featuring Kendrick and what's that dude's name? Jay Electronica. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he said, what's that dude's name?
I mean, just saying, like, nobody remembered the verses. You know what I'm saying? They just remember Kendrick.
Hey, and the same thing gonna happen to this song.
Right, man.
If I was Future, I'd be 38 hot. Like, bro, you could have did that somewhere else. Jump on my shit, just murder the world.
That's the thing, though. So from what I'm hearing, and when I was watching the shout out to these little YouTube documentaries who really break down these beefs and these little jabs and subliminals. But I think I just heard something to where like Metro Boomin and Future aren't really messing with Drake. Like, they don't follow him on social media. And the
Future got an issue with him.
Right. And the name of that album is called We Don't Trust You. You know what I'm saying? Metro Boomin and Future talking about We Don't Trust You. And they unfollowed this cat. You know what I'm saying? Let Kendrick come off and just lick all types of shots. He was over here talking about Molly's and perks and all this other stuff. Kendrick was over here just wow.
Yeah, Kendrick said, hey, yeah, all that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to the real bottom of the issue. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I was them, well, you know, Metro Boomin, it don't really matter. You know what I mean? Because he really just make beats and kind of be out the way. But for Future, I'd be like, bro, hold on, I got to rewrite my verse or something, man. You're not going to do this to me. You know what I'm saying? Well, shoot, we ain't finna. I was trying to turn up a little bit. You came out with the Glock out the bathroom, letting niggas have it. Like, bro, what are you doing? This is a house party, bro. What are you doing? Like, bro,
he wasn't letting him breathe. Like Benny said, he said, Negro said, F the big three, it's just big me.
It's just big me. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro went off. But I think, you know, they be throwing subliminals, like he said. You know,
they do. They do.
On
but it's more so Drake. Like
shooter. They do a lot of subliminals on there.
Exactly. It's always Drake. Like Drake always does. He'll throw these little stones and like the boy from Compton say this D ain't free. He'll try to do like he'll say little slick stuff and then try to act like, "How we cool," and then keep baiting them. But Kendrick's been on his neck, man, since the Control verse. I heard some of the stuff that Drake had been saying, like with interviewers and raps, whatever. But the biggest shot that he threw at Drake was in that King Kunta when he said, "Some of y'all sharing bars like you got a bottom bunk in the 2-man cell."
Hey, it's deep out here, bro. It's deep out here, and when I look at it, because on that first person shooter, which was hard, by the way, like that was fire. Yeah, it was fire. I'm not taking that away from y'all. But again, I think the part of the story that we got to pay attention to is that Kendrick can do what Drake can do.
Mm-hmm.
Drake can't do what Kendrick do.
Nope.
And I think that's what he's saying. Like, bro, like, I mean, I can come down here and play with y'all. You know what I mean? And y'all go hard all year. You made 30 songs, had 15 features, all this good shit. But if I come out one time and let off a round, the whole world notice.
Yeah.
The whole world notice. Like, bro, just shut YouTube down. Like, it's my algorithm on YouTube is so crazy because I watched it like twice, and now all I see is everybody reacting to it. As soon as I open up YouTube, that's all I see. Everybody reacting to Kendrick just killed J. Cole and Drake all down the feed. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he can do. That's exactly what he can do.
Jersey D, what's good with you, man? Shout out to you. Shout out, bro. But yeah, man. But the thing about it, I think it's good timing because within hip hop, they said that there was no number one hip hop album in 2023. Saying like a lot of the music that came out was just whack. Because again, like we talked about before, we live in like an algorithm like society now. So they get like a song and it gets trendy, and then all of a sudden it's not hot no more. But nobody's focusing on lyrics. They're not focusing on production. They're not focusing on wordplay. They're not even focusing on quality no more. So they're just putting out stuff just to get the shock value of it. AKA like the Tekashi 6ix9ines and whatever. There's no artistry no more.
Yeah, the artistry is gone. The artistry is gone, and Kendrick is on some, bro, I'm the artist. My man said, when my man said, remember Prince outlived Mike Jack? I said, oh.
I know. Dude, that was a gut punch to me. Because again, Drake was always calling himself the Mike Jack. He's on one away from Mike Jack. But he said, he said, for all the dogs, it's K9 with the it's K with all the nines.
All these nines. Hey, you gotta be an 80s baby to know about that Pet Cemetery, man. You know what I'm saying?
He said it's K with all the nines.
Yeah, he went in. He went in and he said, if you see me walking with this stick, it ain't Andre 3K. Like, bro, what is going? Who did this?
Who pissed in his Wheaties? This dude Kendrick's out here winning Pulitzer prizes, Nobel Peace prizes for his art. He's winning outlandish awards for his art, his artistry. And he's just saying, like, I'm still with the ish. Don't get it twisted. They, like you said, they were getting that dude from Compton.
I still got PTSD. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with me.
Interesting, man.
But I think it's good for the rap culture, man.
Hey, you're right, Benny.
Man. People don't want to compete anymore.
Right.
Yeah, they ad-lib rappers, man. People don't want to compete no more. They just want to make, trendy music. It's no competition. Like this was hip hop was based on. You know what I mean? All the way back to, if I got a diss Melly Mel, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna have to do because I'm trying to let y'all know I'm here. It's me. It's just me, bro. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Right. And when hip hop started out, they had rap crews and b-boy crews, and it was all about the battle scene, but it was healthy competition. It was like, bro, we trying to prove we the best. It wasn't about like I hate you or no shit. It's like, no, bro, I'm the best, and we gonna show up and find out. Like, you got to prove to me you're dangerous.
Well, until two West Coast rappers came and changed the whole dynamics of it. The first one being Ice Cube with No Vaseline. You know what I'm saying? Like, at that time, that was the hardest diss track that I think the rap world had ever heard. It was just vicious. Then another West Coast artist came by the name of Mr. Tupac Amaru Shakur, who felt away and dropped Hit 'Em Up. He's like, hey, you thought No Vaseline was bad? Well, here you go.
Man. Yeah, they took it to a whole new realm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the period, Benny. Ever.
Benny, so which one you talking about? No Vaseline, or are you talking about Hit 'Em Up? Because it's been a debate.
Hit 'Em Up. I'm an answer for him. Yeah, you talking about Hit 'Em Up, ain't you, Benny?
It's been a debate. People will say No Vaseline is better than Hit 'Em Up, and I say nah. Because again, on an MC level, I can get why people would say No Vaseline. You know what I'm saying? Because again, he was saying like folks was getting screwed and blah blah blah, and this and that. Tupac went personal. He said that's why F your wife, you fat mother. And and the first lyric was, first off, after in the clique you claim West Side when we ride coming quick with game. You claim to be your player, but your wife, we bust on bad boys and fuck for life. I was like, ugh.
No subliminals. No subliminals. You know exactly who I'm talking about. We're not playing around.
I disagree, Benny. I disagree. Hit 'Em Up, go soft after Pac verse. Not even the Outlaws was getting off.
But
get off the way, yo, Biggie Smalls just got dropped. Let him move past the Mac and let me hit him from the back. Frank White need to get spanked right for setting traps. Lil Wax and the murderer. And I ain't never heard of you. Poisonous gas attack when I'm serving you.
Hey. It's hard to compete with. That's why I fucked your wife, you fat motherfucker. Like, that's hard to compete with. Like, what do you say after that?
But you want to know what made
it? What do you say?
You want to know what made it raw though? Was because allegedly it was true.
Good job, sir. With the allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
Had to do it before, you know what I'm saying? But but there's been all this talk, because Faith, I didn't do it. But you was in the studio recording, or wonder why they call you Ish. You were sitting on his lap. Ray J seen you. A lot of people didn't seen you. Matter of fact, God rest his soul, Johnny J, the producer of Hit 'Em Up, was actually in the studio when they were together. And when the very first day that I met the cat, I told him how much of a Pac fan I was. That's how I knew who he was. But we were sitting at a dinner. And he was like, you want to know? Hey, that whole thing about Pac and Faith is true because I was there. So what happened was the very first time was that they went into like this little, I think, what is it? Some little room. They went into a room, came back out. He came out with, he said, the shitty ass grin on his face. Like, yeah. She came out, hair all messed up, clothes, whatever. It was also confirmed by Reggie Wright that the same thing, he seen them in the room too. You know what I'm saying? So she can deny it, but there's too many witnesses that said, nah, you was there.
Definitely one of the hardest. No Vaseline ain't no punk neither though.
Ain't no punk.
Yeah.
Hot damn, I'm glad y'all said it all. Used to be hard, now you just went and saw. Heard you was down with the AK. Now I seen you in the video with Miss Chalet looking like straight bozos. I saw it coming. That's why I went solo and kept on stomping while y'all mother moved straight out of Compton.
It's just different eras, man. You know what I mean? I think that's what it boiled down to. It was two different eras, and we was like NWA was the progenitors of gangster rap. and then Tupac came in with Thug and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You froze a little bit, man. Looked like you was in a solid bar. You kind of froze mid bar.
Oh man, for real?
Yeah.
Damn. No, I was saying that, like, just the difference in the eras, like, you know, NWA started off with gangster rap, and then, you know, Tupac came in with the thug life, you know what I mean, and just elevated that. And when you jumped out into the beef world, yeah, No Vaseline was dope for the 80s. You know what I mean? And that was hard at that time, but you know, when Hit 'Em Up came, it was like, bro, we in a different era now. Like, you know, you talking that shit, but bro, we really about that shit. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? That was just, you know, me.
Yeah, man.
Hey, look.
Only but you moved to Riverside. What's bad about Riverside, though? You know, like
damn sure ain't Compton. Damn sure ain't Compton.
Well, have you been to the East Side? Have you been to the East Side of Riverside? It's a little.
It ain't Compton though, bro.
I know it's not Compton, but still, it's not. They ain't punks over there.
I'm not saying they punks. I'm just saying, like, you know, Compton right next to Long Beach, and Compton right next to the, you know what I mean, East Los Angeles. Like, bro, they're like, Compton is in the middle of war zones. You know what I mean?
Right.
Y'all got a side in Riverside, but Compton is just all in Compton. Ain't no side that's not cracking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everywhere. It's cracking. Like,
I wish Greg was still on here. He from Compton.
Right. It's all cracking over there in Compton. You ain't got to figure out what side is the good side, because there ain't one. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just playing. Let me stop. I love Compton, man. You know what I mean? But y'all be turning up. You know
yeah, they do.
Let's not pretend.
Yeah,
if you a civilian, you good. You know what I mean? But if you with that ish, hey, don't be riding through there like you right.
You ain't that safe if you're a civilian too. You need to be walking around your own business.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. If you're a civilian,
right? He says there are fireflies everywhere in Compton.
There it is.
Like I told you, man, I was a little big-headed little boy playing out my aunt's front yard. You know, hey, get down. This is drive-by. Drive what? Get down behind the car. Yeah.
It's different out there.
It's a little different.
I mean, it's still a beautiful city though. Like, you know what I mean, before I moved out here, we was in Long Beach, you know, right around the corner from Compton, man, and you know, it's still some great stuff in Compton. You know what I mean?
Right.
I actually did a summer program over in Compton, you know, when I was doing my culinary stuff. So I had did a summer kids program, you know, where we fed them breakfast and lunch, you know, at one of the rec centers. So I had did that for a summer, which was actually pretty dope, you know, meeting the kids and stuff over there in Compton. I didn't really have no issues, you know what I mean? It was a beautiful thing.
Right.
It was a great experience, you know, being the head chef over there for that. So, you know, I had a good time. Dang, phone, come on now.
Yeah, I just got a call too.
Yeah,
those from a 909 number. Hey, don't forget about San Bernardino.
Right.
Don't forget about the West Side. What you talking about?
San Bernardino, huh? But yeah, Compton got some amazing people down there, man. Don't let them scare you, but also be cautious.
It's full of history. It's full of culture. It's full of just, you know, just flavor. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, Compton's dope.
Yeah, Compton, Watts. You know what I mean? All those areas, man. They make it sound dangerous to where you don't want to go, but you can still go. You just need to know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Don't be over there getting people business, trying to figure out hey, go do what you're gonna do. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Stay out the way. That's it. Hey, no issues.
I had that same cousin I was playing with take me on a tour of Compton, show me the different hoods. So I'm just like, geez, Luis.
Oh yeah, it's very active.
Yeah,
but there's a lot of good food places to eat out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's some great culture down there.
Exactly,
some great culture down there. Just like over there in Nip's neck of the woods. You know what I mean? Like Lamert Park, all that good stuff, man. Dangerous, but there's real culture down there.
Real culture.
Some real good culture down there. You know what I mean? I had actually took my kids over there to the mall. They had a Black History exhibit in the mall over there that really nobody knew about. We found it on accident walking through Macy's. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, oh yeah, it's a museum upstairs. And went up there, man. It was, you know what I mean, right inside the mall. And a lot of people don't know about it. You had to go upstairs to witness it. That's everywhere in LA, Diddy.
That first place I bought chicken through a bulletproof wall.
That's damn near everywhere in LA, bro. You know
you in the hood when, you got the little glass up and the little convenience stores, you know what I'm saying? Like the little glass windows, whatever. Yeah. Or no, you in the hood too when you got the little glass things in the drive-through where you got to put the money in the little slot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's real in the field. Won't be no robberies out here. But nah, Lamert Park, man, if you in Southern Cal, man, take you a trip down to Lamert Park. It's a lot of great, you know what I'm saying, Black culture down there. And I know you hate Tariq Nasheed, but he got the African museum down there too, Foundational Black American Museum down there. And I hear it's pretty dope. So the next time I come out to Cali, I'm gonna take a trip up there myself, especially because I donated and it got built. So I gotta go.
Right. Unlike Umar.
Still waiting on that school, baby.
Right.
Where you at?
Hey, well, I was trying to wait for some more women to get in here, but I don't see any women besides Jess. Jess, you probably got to hold it down.
What?
Barking
to hold down your square.
You gotta hold down your tribe over here.
Yeah.
But I came across this clip last night, and then I don't know whether I should just hold on to it, or should we just get into it tonight?
It's the after party, man. Everything go.
Let's see. Let's show the clip.
Big pool of good men.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie.
That is a lie.
Tell me.
Listen, there's not a lot of good men who want y'all. I'm clapping for myself. Where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at Equinox. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're going to walk right by you. Your pretty face ain't going to go too far because everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we're not looking at you. But there's plenty good men. They just don't want your ass. I ain't never heard no woman say, I know I ain't shit. When have you ever heard a woman admit to not being shit? She'll say, this man ain't shit. He ain't shit. He was bad. He was bad. He was bad. He was bad. But for the most part, every woman think they're a good woman. What makes you a good woman? Who's auditing that you're a good woman? You are auditing yourself. Why don't you ask your exes what they think? Because all your relationships diminished and ended in turmoil.
So Jessica's over here like, that's why we call you guys sensitive. He feeling the way. He feeling him sensitive. Somebody tuck him in and give him some milk and cookies.
Damn. I think he hit on something. Who is auditing that department though?
Right. And like, you know, we're getting through all the BS so we can get to the good stuff next week. You know, because I definitely want to celebrate women because there are good women out there. But you know, I want to play advocate into his world or by his perspective, and just ask. So what qualifies a woman to be considered a good woman? So you know, we'll ask the lady right here. What qualifies a woman to be a good woman?
You, Jeff? Don't fuck up.
Hold it down.
First off, I like to make a comment on what he said about asking your exes. Like, for real? Really? They your ex for a reason. So, of course, they going to have negative stuff to say about you. Of course. Especially if it ended on a bad note. There are some that end on good notes. You know what I mean? But majority of the time, it ends on a bad note. So, your ex ain't going to say anything positive about you. It's going to be all negative. But what makes a good woman to me is someone who is nurturing. She's compassionate, caring, has your back after, you know, you're in the world, you come home, and she's just there she creates that atmosphere for you to want to come home. Mm-hmm. Someone who is, she has to be a great listener, because I know a lot of men say women talk a lot, but she has to be a great listener. She has to be able to communicate effectively. That's just a few things that make a great woman.
That was a good start. I like that. Hey, you represented well. You know what I'm saying?
You held it down.
Oh my God. You can't stop barking at me.
Right. Where is the barking coming from, sir? Now, what I will say though, where I agree with him wholeheartedly is who's doing these audits.
I do agree with that too.
Yeah, like, because even from what I've seen on social media, when a woman tries to audit other women, like y'all just kind of like dogpile her, like, you know what I mean, on the social media space. Like, I don't hang around a lot of women because, of course, I'm married, so you know what I mean. I don't be in those type of scenarios. But from what I've seen on social media, when someone comes out with a scenario to try to audit y'all behavior, it turns into gang culture on social media. It's like, well, bitch, who are you? We don't agree with you, so fuck your point and woo woo woo. Like, there's no real accountability, so to speak, like he said, to where we're the women who's saying I drew the worst out of somebody and I messed up that bag. You know what I mean? Like, there's none of that going on. And just to kind of play advocacy to your point, like, talking to your exes once you guys get to a comfortable space. Like, me and my ex, we didn't end on the best of terms, but she did teach me some valuable things about myself after the fact because I was willing to listen. You know what I mean? And that's how I learned that, I wasn't the greatest of communicators, and that I did internalize a lot of things, and I just bottled them up until the point where I just snapped, and it turned a minuscule situation into a bonfire because I had been holding on to 10 other things that I just never said nothing about, and I just rolled off with them. So I do think it's very important that I'm not saying you got to call your ex today and be like, hey, why didn't we work type shit? But to take constructive criticism from others, like, you might not necessarily have to talk to them, but reflect on some of those scenarios that y'all had and play that back in your head and kind of relive that conversation and try to view it from their point now that you're not in it, so that you can see that, okay, maybe I could have said this better. Maybe I could have took a different route. You know what I mean? As a female or as a man, I don't want to go with the men versus women thing. I want to say, relationship wise, in human beings, that we all should be doing this. You know what I mean? Men and women alike. You should be trying to figure out where you screw it, especially if you keep going through the same shit. Like, if you keep showing up and the end result is niggas ain't shit, or women is thoughts and hoes, like, you got to start looking at yourself like, how do I keep ending up here? Right. There's something wrong with my process that keeps bringing me here, and I'm picking the same type of people, without learning the lesson. So that was my takeaway.
Yeah, it's a hard look at self, you know what I'm saying? But some women, not all, definitely not all, but some place themselves so high up on the spectrum to where they feel like they're above reproach, they're above criticism, they're above critique. They feel as if they can do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? So therefore they call themselves, or they act as if they're good women. But then at the same time, they may be good women to a certain degree, but there may be some qualities that may not be so kosher. Like you said, everybody has some self-reflecting to do, to where you have to look at yourself internally and work on within yourself. Nobody's perfect. So I think once you learn to accept that and you walk within that, you can live a more humble life, to know that, hey, that, if this relationship didn't work, you know what I'm saying, that I'm looking at maybe what was my part in this. And you're taking an honest look at what you did wrong to make it not work. Because there had to be a breakdown between the both of y'all. It couldn't just be all up on one. There was something that was happening between the both of y'all to make it not work. You know what I'm saying? So if you can take accountability within self and be honest with yourself, I think you have a better, chance of maybe finding the right one for the next time, because now you know what you need to fix and what you need to work on.
Mm-hmm. What up, Thomas?
What's up, Thomas? He says, bro, why do you keep attracting the ain't shit mates? You and the track are the key words. Real talk.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. You and the track are the key words.
Yeah, it's because now everybody's looking at superficial things. Right. You know what I mean? People are looking at how you look in public to everyone else. That becomes a determining factor. Your vehicle, your car, the way you dress, all of these things become superficial. And before you get to know the real person, you fall in love with all the superficial attributes. You know what I mean? That's typically how this is going now. You know what I mean? If I can pull up in a Maserati, Gucci down to the socks, and I may be a shitty individual on the inside with a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still gonna be that same shitty individual when the car is parked and we butt naked. I'm still gonna be that. So instead of trying to figure out if this person aligns with you spiritually, emotionally, and life wise, you took the superficial things and put them up on the pedestal, and that became the new requirement for you to date someone. I.e. the dude that's working at Costco, like he said. You know what I mean? Like, you may not realize he may be a manager or a supervisor at Costco, and he's making high 5 figures, upwards of 6 figures. Same thing, Home Depot and Lowe's. Like their store managers make above 100K, and they up there in some jeans and a polo. You know what I mean? With that stupid ass orange vest on that they wrote their name in a Sharpie on. You know what I mean? But if you were to look at him, you're like, man, bro, you're a bum. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, he set himself up for success. But because you superficially looking at him driving off in a Honda Accord or something, and you know what I'm saying, vest or whatever, with his name written in Sharpie, you already dismissed him. Or for the young lady working at the salon, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, she might not look like she got a whole lot going on, but in true essence, she's an entrepreneur. She got to pay booth rent. She got to refill, her stock and make sure that she has everything she needs for her clients, whether it's just a wash and blowout or whether it's a full do. You know what I mean? She needs to have all that aligned and not look like she got a lot going on, but she taking care of herself very well going into a gated community. but you dismiss her because she may not be Trina, the baddest bitch. You know what I mean? But she got a good head on her shoulders, and she chasing down her personal version of her dream, and she's getting it done day in and day out, because it takes a lot of dedication to be an entrepreneur. Period. Point blank. It don't get easier. You know what I'm saying? It's actually harder than working a job. You know what I'm saying? At least at a job, if you go in there, hide in the bathroom for 2 hours, ain't nobody gonna say shit to you. You know what I mean? Because they got several other employees. When you're an entrepreneur, you are it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like we all bypassing these people, so because we want to find, you know what I'm saying, Meg the Stallion at the grocery store, you know what I mean, and hopefully build this beautiful essence and relationship, when in reality, you're not gonna get no Meg the Stallion, bro. You're gonna get you know what I'm saying, Shanae that works at Bank of America, and then y'all could build something great together. But you dismiss Shanae because she worked at Bank of America. She got a regular job, and she's not at the club twerking, shaking her ass, and thicking the thighs and writing the eyes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Everybody don't deserve a 10. You're not a 10. Why you think you get to pick one? Sit your goofy things down.
Hey, what's up, Melvin?
Hey, how's it going, fam? We doing? Okay.
Typical Melvin fashion, bro. How you doing, sir?
You can't hear you. It was dip.
There we go. Can you hear me better?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. What's going on?
What's
it hooked
up,
up to the car, and then the car was trying to hook up to the phone.
Got that new 2024.
Hey, how you doing, bro? We missed you yesterday, man. You hopped in for a minute, then you got up out of there.
Yeah, my son came home, and then I had to do homework with him. Then he wanted to play some video games, and one thing led to another. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to miss this one.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. You take care of your priorities, sir.
It's all good. We know you don't like this. Certified says, what I see is that people move too fast and don't want to take the time to get to know each other. Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. Yeah. We live in an instant society, you know what I'm saying, where people want instant satisfaction. So, you know, they want to bypass a lot of the stuff, you know what I'm saying, just to get down to the nitty-gritty. But I think part of it too is that, again, I think there's a lack of honesty. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are certain people, both men and female, or male and female, who can't offer anybody else honesty because they can't be honest with themselves. You know, with the intent of what you're looking for. You know, the intent of what are you here trying to entertain this person for? Are you in it to find like a potential spouse? Are you in it to find, like, you know, someone who's going to help pay your bills? Are you looking for just a booty call? I mean, you know, what is it? And people lie, or they try to hide their true intent. And they like, I think Quez said it before, they send out their best representative of themselves. And, you know, this is why we get so many of these situations.
Yeah, but it also falls back on you as an individual, because at the end of the day, if you sit around and listen to people long enough, they'll tell on themselves, regardless of whatever lie they're trying to spew. Yeah, you have to vet these people. You know what I mean? You some people are in so much of a hurry to just be in a relationship so you can take Instagram pictures and photos and stuff and be in a relationship, that you haven't worked on yourself long enough to weed out people that are going to misuse you because you rushed into something, instead of saying, hey, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but for me as an individual, I'm going to take my time. I don't give a damn what you're talking about. And we gonna slow roll this thing because I got something going on. And if you can't keep up the pace over that time frame or whatever the case may be, then you'll see their true intentions when adversity arises. instead of being in a full-blown relationship, living together, having a kid or whatever. And then when the adversity hits, you see, oh, you really didn't give a damn about me from the beginning. This was just something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people don't want to grow with each other. They want to be grown with each other. They just want to be everything already ready made. They don't want to grow and go through the ups and downs. They don't want any downs. They just want all ups. And that's not life. That's not real. But a lot of people consume too much social media and believe that there's only ups because nobody's posting their downs. Everybody's only posting their ups, so everybody's just seeing everything. Everything's great. I'm grinding. I'm hustling, but nobody's posting their down moments.
Right.
Agreed.
Me included. Like I don't put my problems on social media. I work through them. You know what I mean? There's some people that may think out there like, hey, Quid's just out there doing big things. Hey, bro, I struggle too.
But we don't necessarily put our whole life on. You put out your businesses and you promote and you do things to excel and promote generational wealth. But you're not being like, man, Queen pissed me off today. But some people are like that. Some people are narrating their whole life on social media. It's not just for a business aspect. It's their whole life. And they'll go on Twitter and they'll do it on different platforms, the same bullshit. So
I think certain people, I used to be guilty of that to a certain extent. Like I didn't go to the degree of, oh, my baby mama ain't ish. And then I didn't go to that extent. You know what I'm saying? But I think certain times, you know, when you're sitting there by yourself and you're going through something and you spew, it's because you're looking for someone who can help, maybe just give you that ear. You know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe somebody that's out there that went through kind of like the exact same thing. But, you know, another thing that we've seen a lot of times too is that, you know, people love drama. So yeah, we can post about, you know, the bads or whatever, like, or the goods, but more people will gravitate and comment and like and share, you know what I'm saying, the drama.
Yeah, what I'm referring to, third, is you're not posting and narrating your life. You're posting a specific moment in time where you're having a real human reaction. You're going through a real human problem. That's what you're going through at the moment. It's not like, oh, today I ate this person pissed me off. Tomorrow I'm going to do this. Last week this bitch did this. It's not the whole thing. It's just I'm going through this at this particular moment. Because we all do. We all post when my mom was dying, I was down in the dumps. I posted nothing about her dying, but I posted my emotions at that time. It wasn't right. It was just an outlet. And it's okay to have an outlet. But when you're just posting bullshit to get likes and clicks and be seen, that's a total different topic.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree. So why do you think that people do gravitate to Facebook for their drama?
They need validation.
The validation. And I think nowadays we don't communicate like before. To talk to somebody, you either did it on the phone or in person. Now you can do it in the comfort of your home, as I'm doing, driving in my car, at work. You're instantly connected to people so far away. Before we'd have to meet up to have a problem, to have drama. Now we could just let everything out all at once, all the time. So That's the problem with social media. We're always plugged in.
Good point.
So playing advocate, do you think that sometimes that social media can be beneficial for people, like you said, who need an outlet? You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know what people got going on in their personal lives sometimes what they're not posting, but what if they're really just looking out for an ear? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, yeah, I think it can be very therapeutic, but it's as anything. Like a gun, you could go up and shoot up a club if you want, or you can go hunting and save your life or save your family or self-defense. It's all about the tool and how you use it. So
very much true, sir. That was great. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people using it incorrectly. Like if you on social media and you send out a cry for help, like the people that know you that may not be in your immediate vicinity can reach out to you, right? But if you do this 3 times a week and you put that same cry out, like, bro, we were like, man, Skip, I'm not watching your live no more because every time you get on here talking about how somebody done did something to you and you start crying or you're going through this and everybody ain't shit because somebody didn't let you borrow $20 when you needed it. Like, we're not going to keep doing that. But if you genuinely on there, like, putting out a cry for help, yeah, I might not even comment on the post. I'm gonna hit your inbox like, bro, you good?
Exactly.
Like what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and
that's different.
To give Third his kudos, when I was going through a lot of shit, he was always there. Like, he was like, hey, I saw you posted this. And it wasn't even anything bad, but he knew I was not in the cheery talking shit mood. It was real emotions, and he was there for me. So it's like, and he didn't put it out there. He didn't do that because that's what real friendship, that's what real bonding and real adults do. It's just we're there for one another, and it's not like we're there to get attention. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna send you money, don't worry. You do it not for the fame and glory. You just do it because you genuinely care about that other individual.
Right.
Facts.
So I just want to give Third his props on that.
I appreciate it, man. You know, real talk. I mean, but it's the same that you would do for me. You know, like, you know, you done it, Quez have done it, but you know, Melvin, I think one time I put up something. I was going through, you know, I think it was with my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, y'all were checking, especially Melvin, you know what I'm saying, especially this one right here, you know, Miss Jessica, you know what I'm saying, and even my ex, you know, even my ex was hitting me up, like, just make sure, because I wasn't in a good space. I was in the fall, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? But I return back the same energy that has been given to me, you know what I'm saying? So all y'all here, like, you know, are special to me, so I got your backs no matter what.
But that further proves our point. We know when somebody is really going through it. We know when they're it's not the norm. And to Quez's point, it's like, oh, we know the norm is, oh, this person on that bullshit again. They're gonna cry. They're gonna ask money. They're gonna be upset about this. Nah, skip that. I ain't trying to log on and deal with that shit today. Because we know when there's a genuine difference and when somebody's just playing victim for their life and not really trying to deal with anything and get a solution to the problem. They're just in the problem.
Yeah, no real growth. You know what I mean? And I tell my peoples that all the time. Like, bro, you got one time to call me with the problem. The next call, you better be talking about a solution. We're not going to talk about the same problem 3, 4, 5 calls later. Like, I don't have time or patience for that. And it's not that I'm an asshole. It's just I need you to be solution based because you get different outcomes.
Well, and you got to protect your peace too. You can't be ruminating in somebody else's drama, and they don't want to solve the problem, but they want to drag you in the dumps as well. Like, I'm all about going in the ditch and fighting with my friends and protecting them. But if you always putting me in some damn predicament and make me feel some type of way, I'm not going to be there for you. Like, let me know when you really need me. I'll be there. Let me know when you need me to show up with a shovel and some duct tape. I'll be there. But don't be calling me when you bruise your leg or something, you know?
Right.
Melvin, a real one.
It be the truth, man. Some people will call you every day if you let them. You know what I'm saying? True. Me and my girlfriend arguing today. Can you believe she said this? And then I said, and then she said, what you think? Hey, man, I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, truth be told, you know what I mean? I really don't give a damn. Now, if y'all had some big blow up, you know, out of the 3 years y'all been together, then yeah, let's work through that, bro, because I don't think that's how that should go. But you call me every other day and you and your girl fighting, bro, don't call me because we're not fighting over here. You know what I'm saying? We're chilling. And I'm not going to get into your argument so then I can hear her say what she think and then we get into an argument because that's really how that energy dissipates. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just said, like, you get involved so deep into their stuff and you be like, yeah, because these women, woo, 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 like your wife ain't sitting there And then she owes him. What you mean these women? Because that's not how this goes. And then y'all get in an argument and you know let somebody drag some bullshit in your house
into you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what are we doing? No,
right.
I can't do all that. I like
you know, and that's the thing too, is like I try to be there for certain folks, but then again, like you know, like y'all were saying, there's certain people who are just consistent with the negativity. You know what I mean? Like it's just constantly just depressing. You know what I'm saying? And like Melvin was saying, I've ever since my divorce, I've been on this whole kick of protecting my peace. Once I got to a good space within myself, mentally, physically, you know, I was starting to be happy again, smile again. It was all about protecting my energy and protecting my peace, and I wasn't compromising that for nobody. So, you know, I'll give you a call. You know, I'm gonna check on you, how you doing. I'm gonna hear you out. You know what I mean? But if you calling me like, you know, 3 days in a row, it's the same thing. The next week it's the same thing. That starts to weigh down on my peace and my sanity. So I got to protect that. You know what I mean? So I'm either gonna help pull you up, or I'm gonna have to just let you drown. You know what I'm saying? If it means me going down with you, then I'm sorry, I gotta let you go.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like if somebody has cancer or somebody has a chronic illness. I'm talking about the people that we give them solutions, but they don't want the solution. They want to bask in the problem. They just want somebody to be there with them in the problem. Like if you're really going through it, you're going through. Divorce is a big thing. Divorce lasts more than a day. So I'm there for. There's no like solution to a divorce. You're gonna feel some type of way depending on what you go through with that person. I'll be there for you. I'll cheer you up, but we can talk. But if you're just like, oh well, she's seeing this person, I'm like, hey, well, I can't do shit about your broken heart, but we can talk about other measures to get yourself. We can't talk about other people and what they're doing, because then that doesn't help. Because a lot of times people are not focused on themselves. They're focused on what other people did, and that's the biggest issue.
Right.
All the time. And Melvin, I think you can attest to this. You know what I mean? You've been in the military, so I'm pretty sure you went through this training. But I seen a lifeguard interview one day, and that's exactly what they said. They said, look, if we come out there to rescue you, you know what I mean, and we show up with the solution for you to get home safe, and you start combating and battling me, we're gonna let you drown. Because there's no point of both of us drowning. I can't struggle and fight with you to get you back to safety. You know what I mean? So if you find yourself in a scenario with somebody and you trying to help them get the solution to get them back right, and all they doing is combating you with negativity, it's like, yeah, sometimes you gotta, go ahead and fall under that water a little bit more. And maybe when you pass out, then I can just drag you back to the shore peacefully. And we'll do CPR and bring you back to life, you know, that way or something. But.
Exactly, 100% correct. That's you can't focus on what you're in right now. You have to be focused on what moving forward. Because if you're stuck in what you're doing right now, then you'll never move forward. You're gonna just ruminate, and that's the problem we have a lot of times, is just ruminating in our problems instead of actually seeking the solution. We're like, oh man, I'm broke. Okay, well, there's tons of job opportunities. Talk to Quiz. He can hook you up with plenty of opportunities. Nah, man, I don't want to do it. Okay, well then, you broke because you want to be broke, not because any other reason. Not for the man, not for the system. It's because you chose not to use the resources at hand. Period.
Right. Yeah, I have that conversation a lot, man. And you know, just in the business that I'm in, a lot of times it gets a negative connotation. But what I like to say is you can't be skeptical and broke at the same time. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to take a chance somewhere. You know, people tell me all the time, well, I don't want to do sales and I don't want to, you know what I mean, sell anything. But you sell your time to your job every day. Right? You're gonna sell it somewhere, whether it's willingly or unwillingly, you know. So don't say you don't want to sell something and then you sell your entire existence for the next 40 years, you know, to dedicate yourself to build somebody else's dream, and then turn around and still say you hate it, but you didn't make any type of decision to change the fact, which is you got to sell yourself on your own personal dream. It don't even have to be with me and what I got going on, but you do have to, sell yourself on what you feel your purpose is. And that's all I ever preach. You know what I mean? You don't have to come over here. I would appreciate it if you did, but I would appreciate it more if you found your lane and you drove all the way through it instead of complaining about, being on the bus with everybody else and it's not working and your seat ain't comfortable and you don't get to drive. And you know what I'm saying? They take too long at this stop and we got to wait for this. Like, you have control of your life. You know what I'm saying? Take control and quit letting people drive you around. If you get in your own car, then you can go wherever the hell you want to go. But as long as you're on the bus, you got to wait for them to let that person in the wheelchair on and that person put the bike on the front. You know what I mean? Like, you had a bike so you could just roll and went where you was going, but we got to wait for you. Can't complain about that because you didn't do anything to fix your scenario. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about that. Good stuff, Melvin.
I didn't even know what the topic we were talking about, like when you guys first came on.
It was what qualifies a woman to consider, or what qualifies a woman to consider herself as a good woman. That was the essential. We strayed away,
That probably got a lot of responses yesterday, right?
No, we didn't do it yesterday. We had so much other stuff that we unpacked yesterday. We just simply ran out of time. If we would have continued on with that, it probably would have been a whole another hour.
Goddamn.
Yeah, it would have been like a 3-4 hour show, man. So we had to cut it short.
What constitutes a good woman? That's a good question. Yeah. I'm not qualified to answer that.
What qualifies a woman as a good woman? I mean, because again, we have a lot of women who say, "Well, I'm a good woman. I do this. I cook. I clean. I did." But yet, still, they're single. Or they say that they can't, quote unquote, find a good, decent man. And I think a lot of times, some of these women put these high expectations on men to where it's just like, yeah, there's no decent men out there because you put these high ass expectations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same that you can flip it for men. They do the same thing for women. There's no good women, but you will bypass the nerdy girl, with the glasses who may be in the books or church, whatever, and you'll get with the hottie because she got a body, she got this, and that, and you're not necessarily looking at the quality of the woman. You're just looking at the vanity.
I think there's just certain qualities in people in general that make them a good, quote unquote, good, because there's a give and take. Because, like I said before, you never know. The guy he could go to church, he could do everything down the book, but then he cheats. Is he still a good guy? He just donated $100 million. He done he cured cancer. Is he still a good guy because he cheats on his wife? It's like, those are the small things that you have to, like, there's no real measurement to say. And we all have skeletons, and we all do some things that other people would say, nah, that nigga, he's not good. But other people would be like, yes, he's very virtuous. He's a very good guy. Like, people will spin the narrative. They're like, Melvin cusses a lot. He says nigga a lot. He ain't a good guy. So some people, it all depends on the person and what the quality of person that they're looking for. Or like, oh, she smokes. She's not a good girl. She smokes in front of the kids. She's not a good girl. But she works 2 jobs. She does all this other shit. She's there for the kids. She puts her kids through college, but she smokes in front of the kids, so she's not a good kid. That's not a good mom.
You brought up a perfect example because allegedly, it's not so much allegedly when it's been documented too by the FBI. But Martin Luther King is a great example. Dr. Martin Luther King. He fought for civil rights. That I Have a Dream speech. The Voting Rights Act got a lot of stuff passed. For Black people. But there was some smudge on his name because he was a known womanizer. The FBI was using tapes to try to blackmail him. That they wanted him to kill himself. Because they had these tapes of him doing all these things with these different women or whatever. and they were gonna release it to assassinate his character. So at the end of the day,
made up too, though. And
some, but not.
But if you entrap a person, how would they know it unless they were following him and setting him up?
They did. They say they bugged his room. They bugged his phone. They wiretapped his phone and all this other stuff.
So how do we know they didn't send that prostitute over? How do they know we didn't pay that?
They very well can't. They very well could have, but he took the bait. But that's besides the point.
The flesh is weak. The flesh is weak.
Exactly. but that's still besides the point, though. So what I was trying to say is that he dabbled in the dirt a little bit. So man, say that he's a good man or where he wasn't a good man, because they're going to try to use this to assassinate his character.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. Go ahead, Quest.
No, I just was gonna say, like, everybody has duality in their life. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for me to point at somebody and say, "Oh, well, you messed up over here." You know, especially when you don't know nowhere about where I messed up. It's easy for me to point your flaws out and move on with my day and say, "Well, look at he ain't got nothing on me." You know what I'm saying? But look at what he did. Like that's cowardly. You know, we all gonna have an issue. You know what I mean? Whether it's from the past, whether it's recent, whatever. We all done did some shit we knew we wasn't supposed to do, and we not gonna sit up here and tell the world about it. But as far as the consistency, what you do day to day, year to year, what have you consistently been? Right? You could be a great father all year and fuck up one time. You can be a great wife all year and fuck up one time. You can be a great husband and screw up one time. But does that one time define you as an individual? Because my good is not your good, right? My good woman, to me, she don't really have to know how to cook because I love to cook. So to me, a good woman don't need to know how to cook because I got that. I'm a cook anyway. You know what I mean? But to you, that may be a defining moment. Like, well, shit, she can't cook. She's horrible. Right. You know what I mean? Like, so my good is not your good. And the sooner you stop pointing fingers and worry about your yard, you know what I mean? The grass is green where you water it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If your neighbor's yard is greener, maybe you should go out there and pick them weeds up. You know what I'm saying? And water your yard and break out the lawnmower because he's out there every day pruning his shit. You know what I mean? He's working on his stuff. You in the house looking at him work on his stuff, saying, "Well, shit, his shit look good. Your shit can look good too if you work on it." You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Everybody has the same opportunity.
One of the great Stoic, Marcus Aurelius, he said, "If you can't find a good man or you don't know what a good man is, just be one." And that's what I stick with. So it's like, oh, I don't have to look for anybody else. I don't have to go around. If I want to say I'm going to be a good man or that guy's not good, then I myself must live up to those same examples. Or who am I to talk? Who am I to say one word if I'm not a good man, a good example for my son, good example for the community, good example as a husband? So it's like, if you want to find a good man, then be that good man.
That's it. That's it. Be the change you want to see, sir. Your vibe will attract your tribe. That's what we use in my line of business, man. Your vibe will attract the people to you. And if the people you attracting are not hardworking, dedicated, and motivated, then you must not be that. Because why do you keep getting people like that? Even in business. You know what I'm saying? If your Popeye's chicken has a C rating on the door and we already gave you the recipe and we gave you the chicken and we gave you the biscuits and all the honey and the hot sauce and people don't want to come to your store because it's dirty, it's not because Popeye's chicken don't work. It's because you not working.
I think the better question is she a good woman if she have ugly feet?
But it's yes. This man here.
Now that is a question.
Where the toes at?
Toe or not the toe is the question.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Even Jamal laughed.
Oh, that's good stuff.
But yeah, so before we get out of here, so we're gonna cut this one a little short today. I'm a little fatigued. It's been a long week.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? It's been a long week. But one of the things that came out, in the midst of all these shocking revelations, is this new documentary called Quiet on the Set or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Nickelodeon child stars and some of the allegations that happened. I've yet to actually watch the documentary. Matter of fact, I might watch it, with Jess a little bit later to kind of see what it's about. But some of the stuff that I've been hearing about, it's been kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? And we look at some of these child stars, like, the prime example is like what's the dude's name? Orlando Brown. I know he wasn't with Nickelodeon, he was with Disney, but dude's batshit crazy. And I'm wondering what happened to him to make him turn out this way. Was it drugs? Was it something that happened before? But hearing some of these allegations from what's his name, Drake Bell or Josh Bell or one of the, I guess one of them, something, from Josh and Drake, some of the stuff that he was subjected to from a dialect coach, saying it's just kind of crazy. And his father tried to tell his mom about it, and the mom was just blind to deaf ears. And
money.
So my question to y'all,
money.
Right? Why is it that some of these parents essentially pimp out their children?
Because that's exactly what it is. And pimps don't care about your emotions or the trauma you got to suffer through after the fact. We need that money, you know what I'm saying, to get out of our situation. And sometimes, unfortunately, that's your parents.
Well, my question
how much is your child worth in their sanity and their relationship with the world? Are you willing?
Well, my thing is like this, bro. It's like, I don't mean to interrupt, but you guys are parents. You guys are parents, right? Everybody right here. I had a son, but my thing is like, why would there's no amount of money that would be okay for a parent to do that to their child. You get what I'm saying? To allow that type of harm to happen to their child. You get what I'm saying? So why do they put themselves in this predicament to harm them? And then, we get these children like Orlando Brown that turn out the way that they are.
Not all parents are created equal. We wouldn't have CPS, we wouldn't have all these other things if everybody was a good parent. Some people are just bad humans, period, and they shouldn't reproduce. And then some other people are. You look at Trump. Trump will whore out his own daughter to get a deal done. So,
allegedly, or
no? Well, she was. That his daughter dated Smokey Robinson, and I think Quincy Jones. Trump wanted to be in the community, but why would you see that? Why do you think some old nasty person would want some blonde hair, blue eyes? Because her daddy told her to do it. So it just parents,
just predators.
Yes. Not all parents are created equal. Some people let their kids roam around, spend the night, don't check up on their kids, don't know anything that's going on in their life. It doesn't bother them. So, and everybody's parenting. Some people are hippies. They believe everything is peaceful. Nobody's bad. Then other people are helicopter parents that don't let anything fly. So it's parents and their mindset.
Jamal says, just like everyone has a different definition of a good man or woman, it goes just the same as the definition of a good or bad parent. We're all different. I don't mean to pass judgment, but the parents who subject their kids to that they're horrible. I don't even necessarily want to say good or bad. They're horrific. You know what I'm saying?
And there's certain baselines you can. If you whore out your kid, you're a bad parent. If you allow your kid to get molested and knowingly keep allowing it to happen, you're a bad parent. If you endanger your child and knowingly endanger your child, and do nothing about it, you're a bad parent. There's certain guidelines that is the baseline of being a parent. You can't be like, yeah, I'm a mom, but my daughter's my best friend. Well, then you're not a mom. You're a best friend. Like, if she has no guidelines, if she has no rules, and she could just act like an adult as a teenager, then who's parenting who?
Facts.
Very true.
Yeah, and I think that you know, at the end of the day, like there's a lot of requirements to do certain things in life. Like, you know, you got to go through training and you know, practice and get licensed to drive a car. You have to get qualified and licensed to buy a gun. You have to be qualified and licensed to be a doctor, save lives, all this kind of stuff that there are certain requirements for. There ain't no requirements for you to have sex and bring a child into the world. There's no screening process. There's no let's see if you qualified for this. You know what I mean? It's just, well, shit, it happened. Do the best you can do. And, you know, if you fuck up, then, you know, there's departments for that and safeguards for the child to a certain degree, which, you know, we still don't know how safe they are. But like Melvin said, like, if you are willingly sending your children into the lion's den and you standing outside like, oh, well, just throw the money out here. And like, yeah, you're a horrible fucking person, period. As a person with children, like, you know what I'm saying? Even if y'all did offer my child some type of contract or something to be involved in that industry, you got to be crazy as batshit if you think I'm not sitting there all day. They at work, I'm at work. You know what I mean? I need to see everything. Don't put your goddamn hands on my child. Like, you know what I mean?
I forgot to mention the worst parent. What is it? Kris Kardashian. Even worse than Trump. Kris Kardashian. You're gonna watch your kid have sex. You're gonna edit the sex tapes, and then you're gonna profit off of it. Like, it's just on what level is that not disgusting? Like,
yeah.
Nah, honey, you got to swallow this time. What? What?
Wow.
Have you ever been swallowed up?
Yeah,
you know
that Ray J came out and said that they had several different sex tapes, and some were more like too shock and awe that they couldn't release those. And Chris saw them all, edited them all, and did the whole contract with Ray J.
That's just gross.
Wow.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, she claimed to be her manager. No, that's a pimp. I know a lot of motherfuckers on Figueroa right now that say I'm managing these people. Now you a pimp. That's it. You're not no manager. I'll manage your OnlyFans. No, nigga, you a virtual pimp. That's it.
I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of these parents are just thinking about themselves and getting their bills paid. That's the way I see it.
Yeah,
they want a certain lifestyle. They want a certain lifestyle, and like y'all said, they're pimping out their kids to get that lifestyle.
Yeah, and it's not even just, you know, let's be, what's up, Tanisha? But yeah, let's be completely honest, because it's not only just, you know, TV and film industry. We talking about sports world. We talking about pageantry. We're talking about dance teams. All of these things where these parents are living vicariously through their children. You know what I mean? To fulfill a dream that they were never able to do. And then it's just an added benefit if you're going to throw millions of dollars at us. Yeah, I could turn a blind eye to, you know, maybe it was a little too frisky on that scene, or maybe you shouldn't be talking to my child like that, even though this is a sports team, and you shouldn't be smacking him upside the helmet and shit because he fucked up on a play, or you shouldn't be ostracizing my child in front of the rest of the team because, you know, they forgot to do something. Like all of these things come into play when you watching, you know, and sacrificing your children to certain scenarios, all because you looking at the goal and the bigger picture of getting it back.
Yeah.
If that's where you starting, you full of shit.
Well, like, yeah, Quez, that's exactly right. Because predators, will see. Oh, will they let me get away with this? Will the parents let me? Okay, where's the baseline for them? Where are they going to stop me at? Oh, they're going to stop me. I have free reign. All right, that's my next prey. That's what a predator does.
Yep.
And unless you check them, they're going to keep going and to know when it is all right not to cross the line. Okay, I can't call past 6. Okay, I know that parent's not going to be down to let me train their kid at this time of night. Or that's what predators do.
Right.
They prey on unsuspecting people, and even if it's good spirited people, but they were just so naive and trusting. It's your job to question and not allow any harm to come to your child. It's just to throw them out there to the wolves and be like, well, somebody else will take care of them. This person, it's still your job.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't there. You weren't checking on them, and you didn't see the signs, because any abused child is not going to be the same. So if you overlook the child getting sexually abused, or all the other allegations in that documentary, there's going to be some change. None of the kids are going to be like, yeah, that happened to me. Everything's fine. No, there's going to be some dramatic change in their behavior, and you didn't care less because you got the bag.
Man. Yeah, we hear so many stories. Well, first off, Tanisha says, I wasn't playing when JoJo was on set. I was there till it was time for him to leave. I need to know what he wearing, what he doing. I need eyes on him at all times.
Yeah, even so simple as like doctor's appointments. A lot of parents will let their kids go in with the doctor by themselves. I'm not that parent. Nope. I'm going to be with my kid all the time. Dentist appointments, physicals, I'm there. I don't care how old they are. I was there up until my daughter was 17. She could go in by herself, but no.
Okay, T.I.
Well, that's what we have to be the advocates for our parents, because sometimes kids don't mature.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes kids, they don't even know they're getting taken advantage of because they're
True.
kids. We have to advocate for them. So that's our role. And and we as parents and adults, we shouldn't be able to realize, hey, okay, now that my son is too naive to get that somebody is actually being mean and trying to take advantage of them and not trying to be their friend. And the sarcasm. We have to know our kid and know, like, okay, this person is not suitable for the real world.
Facts. Without protection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Most definitely. And you know, it's come on, man. Like I be hating to talk about stuff like this because it frustrates me that you as an adult is that gullible. You know what I mean? Even if you say, hey, I didn't know, like, bro, come on now. Like if your child's teacher called you at like 9:00 at night, like, hey, look, you know, we need to go over these math questions. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come pick them up and I'll bring them back later. You'd be like, but what? Fuck no.
Or,
You know what I'm saying?
or giving free reign on the internet. Like, I know parents that give their kid free reign on the internet, and he's 7. I'm like, what the fuck?
No siree, Bob. So it's like, come on now. Like you have to nip some of this stuff in the butt, man. You got like straight out. Like, because the teacher ain't offering you no money, you wouldn't let your kid go with your teacher and they be with them all day. You know what I'm saying? Your kids be with their school teacher all day, you know what I'm saying? And all the way up to middle school. So if they can't call you and be like, hey, look, we want to work on this homework, I'm gonna come pick them up and then I'll bring them back there. Don't worry about it, I'll feed them too. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna go for that with the school teacher. Why would you trust any other grown ass adult to be like, oh yeah, we just gonna work on these scenes and and you know, we'll feed them and we'll bring them back, and here's $100,000. You know, don't worry about it.
Right.
We're like, what?
And she says JoJo 15. And on social media, I don't play that. No, out.
Good.
Hey, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Tanisha, but JoJo's on the internet, just not around you. You know what I'm saying? It's okay.
Probably in class.
JoJo is doing what JoJo is doing till you come home. You know what I mean? He's deleting JoJo is a cheating ass man at the house. Like he deleted all the apps and everything off his phone, and he re-download them when you go to work. You know what I mean? That's what JoJo is doing. JoJo got Instagram, Facebook.
He's in YouTube.
on his incognito page. JoJo
right.
YouTube and Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, and I block his phone.
Bro got a burner phone that he got from Walmart for $10. All he need is Wi-Fi. He don't need you. It's okay. Leave that man alone. He gonna fuck around and get free as soon as he turn 18, and then you ain't gonna be able to contain him. You know what I'm saying? A whole new world out there, and he'll be trying to put his little penis and everything. You ain't let him watch no videos. You know what I'm saying? Relax. Relax.
Yeah.
It's okay, Tanisha. I'm just messing with you. How you been, sis?
All right, y'all. Well, way to close out the show, Quiz.
It was good talking to you guys. Sorry I missed yesterday. But we'll wrap up
whatever.
Nah, you good, bro. You know what I mean? Every time you show up, it's a fun time, man. So
appreciate it.
You always come drop some insight on us, and we appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Hey, I already told him to cover this girl.
This girl. Silly. Hey, we miss you too, sis.
I'm gonna use that one.
Boy, don't fall off. Wow.
Well, interesting.
Facts.
This
don't be silly. Wrap that willy. You know what I'm saying?
Put a helmet on that soldier. She said, I work for a school district. I'm just saying, sixth graders with STDs. I mean,
hey man, what school district you at? Goddamn, because I make sure ain't none of my kids over there. You know, passing around herpes.
I mean, but you know, think back when we was in junior high and in high school. You know, folks is out there cutting. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so. Nope, I seen them herpes pics. All right. Well, on this note,
this is over here traumatizing poor JoJo. JoJo, call us if you need us, bro. We got you. I know you ain't got social media when your mom at home, but when she leave, inbox me, man. I got you. You know
Project Slim, what's good? My family out in Chicago. What's up? I see you, man.
Project Slim, what's going on, man?
It's Chicago, Chi-Town in the house. Hey, this was an after party. We just didn't cover the last topic, and you know, we talked a little bit about. Hey, what up, Unc? That's my Unc right there, Uncle Dwayne.
Okay.
See you tomorrow, man. Hey, let me put out the disclaimer right now. This man right here can barbecue his butt off. This dude right here, he can barbecue. So I'll be making the mac and cheese, you know what I'm saying, to go along with this delicious barbecue. You know what I'm saying? I need that barbecue right now.
Well, hell, shit. Somebody save me a plate. You know what I'm saying? What's happening? Slide a couple tacos on there too, man, and just shit on out here.
We got you, Quiz. Hey, before we go, because I did y'all so wrong last week.
Oh man.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, he said I like it.
I like it.
That's that 23% popping through.
Yeah. Hey. I'm like, all right.
I don't like TikTok. TikTok, I hope the Senate and the House ban you. Cap cut.
What about the rest of us that are 80%?
I hope you lose by a vote of 20, 22, 23%, 77%, whatever you want. That wasn't right. I am a black male, dang it.
I'm like, man, you look like a used car salesman in 1940.
Hell no.
Yeah, man, I was all excited, like, yo, man, they about to have me looking suave, you know what I'm saying? The next thing you know, they have me looking like I straight, you know, like I'm a Bollywood actor or something like that, you know, like Chi-Town Slim, Project Slim. So the topics were from yesterday. This is just the after party. We're just kind of like having fun, you know. But some of the topics we talked about today were what qualifies a woman to be considered a good woman. We talked about Quiet on the Set. We talked a little bit about hip hop, you know, about Kendrick Lamar's diss to Drake and J. Cole. But more so importantly, what we had really in-depth conversations yesterday, which we couldn't really get to the last topic. So which is why we just had an after party today. We just wanted to kind of just get back to the people. You know what I'm saying? But we're about to log off soon because, like I said, I gotta hurry up and get to sleep so I can wake up and be at my uncle's barbecue. You know.
And I'm on my BJ Chicago kid. You know what I'm saying? And I got church in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So. She says she want to drink, do drugs, and have sex tonight, but I got church in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Real ones, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Out to y'all. BJ, we see you, bro.
All right, y'all. Hey, salute to everybody. Make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe button. Tanisha, go get that money. You know, we ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying?
JoJo is acting a fool on Instagram right now. You know what I'm saying? JoJo, get your issue. You know
I'll catch you guys later. All right,
Toes, we love you.
All right, peace.
All right, y'all. This has been a real one. We'll catch y'all next Friday. We're gonna end off, you know, Women's History Month with, you know, uplifting the women. You know, we might even talk a little bit about ancestry, you know, finding our roots and stuff. But we'll try to make it special and end off on a high note for Women's History Month. All right, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. But I'm telling you, this man can barbecue. I don't know what it is in the DNA. My pops can barbecue. Like my father, he can barbecue. Dwayne can barbecue. My other uncles, like the twin uncles, they can barbecue. Everybody can cue. Like the men can cue.
They must be 80%. I think that's the part you missing.
Not my father. Mind you, these are his brothers, so I'm pretty sure we all within the 77% club.
I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? It's something special when you hit 80%. Like I'm surprised they let you make the mac and cheese. Somebody 80% must have showed you how to do it. You know what I mean? Because that's not a 77 trait.
That's not funny because RIP to my grandma. She's 80-some%. She's the one that showed me how to make mac and cheese.
I do it. You know what I'm saying? You see how God works. You know what I'm saying? He pass that tradition down. You know what I mean? Just for you.
Man. But I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? This has been a good one. Like next week, we'll see you next Friday. Have a good one. Be safe. Peace.